Alright guys, I just wanted to come to you today to kind of showcase the Baby Relax Hunter 3-piece table and 2-set chair like we have here. And we got this for our toddler right about the time when he was transitioning away from his high chair for his meals to sitting down. So that's what they were doing at daycare, and we wanted to make sure we were doing that at home. Right now he's actually just sitting at the dining table with us because we want him to enjoy his meals with us. And he uses a booster seat. So this has become more of an all activities table at this point. So he does everything from coloring to painting, playing with all manner of toys such as, you know, his Lego Duplos and whatnot. So we've had this for about a year now, and it's gone through all sorts of messes and cleanups, and it's still holding up great. It still looks pretty good. So that's one thing that we really liked about it. So just the durability and the longevity of it. We can even use these chairs. These chairs are strong enough to be sat on by an adult. So sometimes I'll join him during his meals or during his activities when I'm playing with him. So super durable in that sense. It really has been put through the ringer, and it still keeps its shape. The white tabletop is especially impressive because despite, you know, being colored on, painted on, there have been numerous spills. We still managed to be able to clean it up somehow. So there's some sort of secret magic covering on this thing that helps us clean it up every single time. So one of the biggest fears was that my toddler does spill a lot, of course, and the liquid will run off to the sides. And one of the secrets is because of this wooden outer lip. And so this lip does a great job of kind of keeping that liquid off the edge of the board, but also for keeping things off the floor, like his crayons, and of course the spills that we were talking about. Another thing I was afraid of is it being made out of wood, if it would start splintering after a while, especially when we're kind of rubbing into it with a wet cloth to clean off messes. But it has held up really well. I think it's probably because it's been made out of some sort of compressed wood that helps it from splintering. But in our case, that's fine because the last thing we want is splinters into our nails or, God forbid, our toddler, right? And it's just the perfect size for your toddler. It's going to be a little small if you're an adult, but for the little ones, it's just big enough. And so to kind of give you an idea of how big it is, this is a Duplo green base plate, so it's definitely big enough for that with room on the sides. Of course, big enough for meals and plenty of space for coloring books and whatnot. It's just super lightweight as well. I mean, I can lift this thing with my finger here, and that's a good thing because my toddler's always running around and he'll sometimes bump into the chair or the table. And if this was super heavy, you know, that'd be just like a hard obstacle that he hits, but because it's so light, it'll kind of just move out of the way. Of course, that makes it easy to just kind of move around as well if you're just wanting to move it out of the way, if you're vacuuming or cleaning the mat off. And speaking of the mat, because it's light, it's not going to leave a heavy mark on the mat, so it's going to keep your mat protected as well. And the assembly itself was super easy, 15 minutes tops. It's just a bunch of these hex socket screws. Everything that you need, including that tool to screw it in, will come in the package. All right, guys, so the perfect little toddler table, super easy to put together. It's super durable, easy to clean up. Everything that you really want in a toddler table for them to use for eating and for all sorts of activities. So definitely look into this today if you're looking for a toddler for your little one.